Right. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Guru Pampenya for FMA discussion episode 277. And this afternoon, we have Anthony Pagalanan, who is going to talk to us about the Paete Arnis. Hi, Anthony. How are you doing?
Hello, Kuya Tom, to all the FMA community, Pugay po.
Okay. Okay, sa'yo, bro. Um, so, before we start, so guys, if you got any questions for Anthony, still not too late to put it in the comment box. And also, if you are watching this live cast, please say hi. Tell us where you're watching from. Okay, and I hope that you stay with us all the way to the end of the discussion. Okay. All right. So we got Morgan Garrett. Hi, Morgan. Okay. And he says he has a few questions to ask, but he will wait until they're relevant to the conversation. Cheers, bro. Okay. All right. So before we basically have this like discussion in two parts. Okay. This is going to be interesting because this is going to be the first time that Paete Arnis will be discussed in FMA discussion. Okay. As basically as an umbrella art for a particular place. And of course, um, entwined with that is your journey. Okay, so without further ado, um, what inspired you to get into martial arts or FMA?
Okay. Thank you, Kuya Tom, for the question, and hi again to the FMA community. I'm Tony Pagalanan. You can just call me Tony. And my journey is based on the influence of my grandfather, who usually practice with his friends in our sari-sari store, as I said yesterday. And they usually practice closed door. They go house to house, and then they usually share their knowledge within themselves and to others. And they usually do it regarding the art that we practice. You usually see right now. They do it in a way that they will learn from each other. So that's it, Kuya Tom.
Okay, so but outside FMA, you didn't take any martial art, so you just went straight into it.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how old were you when you started?
Mm, it's, I think I'm in elementary around grade 5. I think.
Oh wow.
Uh, yeah, it's been a long time, grade 5, because I usually see centurions doing during Lenten season. And then I was an spectator during that time. And every Good Friday, I watched that event. And our ancestral house is near the event where we usually see the one that I posted on Facebook. It's near in our house, so basically I always see that event.
Okay.
So that's the start.
All right. So this particular event, this is the one that happens during Lenten season.
Yes.
Is it only during Lenten season, or they also like do it any at other times of the year?
It's during Lenten season, Good Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and also I just don't know the month because there used to be also a play of Moro Moro
Okay.
on the same place, the Moro Moro stage play. So I'm only just a kid and just enjoy watching the when they do a shorts play on the stage. So I'm just a expected spectator during that day.
Yeah. It's actually quite interesting because the Paete Arnis. is also very alive when it comes to presenting its cultural side, not just being an art for fighting, but it is very alive in showing how strong it is with the cultural ties of the area.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
correct. Yeah.
yeah. We're going to show some videos later on with regards to that. Yeah. So you started grade 5 mostly as an spectator, and then you started training maybe under your grandfather or with the group.
Uh, uh, First, I started training with my grandfather, and then I said that I want to join Centurion so that I can spar. So I just want
Okay.
to play during that time, regardless. So with the help of my mother, he bought me a cloth and a mask, and then I joined in the Sinapulo, marching with the Roman soldier during Lenten season. And then actually, what I've been waiting is the Friday event because uh, I want to play. I want to play during that event. And actually, a week before that Lenten season, uh, my colleague in Centurion, we used to play in the we have a chapel. There's a chapel in our house. That chapel is what we call Ermita Church, and we used to be the caretaker of that Ermita Church because I had the key, and then we practice inside that chapel
Oh,
because
okay.
that chapel is not usually the mass is not usually celebrated usually there because there's a Paete church, the bigger one. That's where the mass is being held, and the chapel, the one that we here in our house, is usually celebrated during November. So that event is what we call San Antonio Abad, and that San Antonio Abad is a patron saint in the Barangay Ermita,
Mm-hmm.
and that is where we celebrated the Arnis tournament. So basically, that's the start of the Arnis tournament. We celebrated it in November.
Okay.
So
Yeah. All right. There's a question here from Morgan. When I search for Paete style in YouTube, I often get a lot of videos that seems to be during some kind of festival where everyone is dressed up as a Roman centurion. Why is this practice done? Is it in relation to their Catholic belief? And how does this relate to the Paete style Arnis? Good
uh,
question, actually, Morgan. I was about to get into that.
yeah.
Yeah, all right.
uh, uh, I hope my assumption is correct. But you remember during the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, right? And the soldier is gambling about the clothes of Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
They gambling.
they were trying to fight over it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my understanding. They fight for it. That's why it's being held on Good Friday.
Okay.
So basically, that's what I understand on why there is an event like that during Good Friday.
Okay. I'm going to widen that answer from Anthony. So every Lenten season in the Philippines. So that is basically from Palm Sunday all the way to the Easter Sunday. There is going to be a week long type of celebration. So it's either going to be like you got like there will be people who will be singing like the verses of the Passion of Christ, um, and then on the starting the Thursday there are basically reenactments that are happening from the time that Jesus went to and his apostles went basically to the Garden of Gethsemane to the time that he was arrested, and the reenactment of him being brought into the presence of Pontius Pilate, and until he was given that sentence of being crucified, and then you've got that long route of basically the crucifixion. Okay, so there are certain areas in the Philippines wherein they actually get people to volunteer to play as the Christ, and the two robbers, or the two revolutionaries that was basically crucified beside him, and their hand is actually being nailed to the cross. So it's part of their atonement. Okay, so now the part that Anthony is basically like describing. So during the time that Christ was crucified, and all his belongings were already being like fought for. So you got like the soldiers fighting over it. So that's where the soldiers fighting are basically shown, right? So yeah, Julius, they even got Casca Longinus in the area, aka that's the fool who spared Christ in the side. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Julius. So yeah, um, and in together with all these ceremonies, you also have like people who are doing their penitent or penitentia, where they basically whip themselves. Okay, so they're trying to atone for their sins. Um, I think it might be the right time to show the a video of the centurions fighting.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna lower myself down. So if you feel like you want to explain something about the video, at least you'll be able to do so. Okay? Right.
So basically, Kuya Tom, just to explain this scenario, uh, this is usually being played by two of our well-known maestro. This is Maestro Cesar Cadang, Maestro Papay. His nickname Papay, Maestro Papay. And then the other one is Grand Maestro Wing Alberto. So they are one of the veterans in the Centurion Club, the one who plays Cenaculo during Lenten. So they are both instructors of our Paete Arnis. So you can see the movement is really refined and well oriented on the measurement. So basically, they're doing measurement and during their sparring. So they not usually strike right away because they're reading each other's body. So that is how they play it. So I hope the FMA community like this kind of exhibition that they are doing.
Right. That's a nice one. Okay, before I get into that a little bit more about that video, Morgan, Garrett, to add this story, the soldiers were not fighting over a common object of clothing like shirt or pants. They're fighting over his talit, his prayer shawl. Yeah, that is very true. Yeah, it's very symbolic as well. So spot on that one, Morgan. So Yeah, Holy Week is one of the times in the Philippines that we do practice in various ways, from very solemn to very festive as well. So that goes all the way to like the what we call as Black Saturday, or in the West it calls as Easter Saturday, and then we also celebrate especially the Easter part. So there. Um, the one thing that I would like to ask you, Anthony, is this: you know the clothes of the centurions, the ones who participate in this particular event, are they like sort of color coded depending on the rank or who's playing?
Uh, Actually, there's no color coded. There's no ranking on the costume, but you will notice that all their cape are already the same. And what fascinating is the mask that they use, the mask that they have, and other things, let's say the cloth or the armor that they use. And if you will notice also on their feet, there is a what they call that, a bell, a little bell on the legs. So that's then when they move, you will see some rhythmic movement, and it's fascinating. So just to add, during those days, it's not supposed to be sparring on one location. What is explained during those days is that every Roman soldier stroll around the Paete town, and then when they meet each other, that's the time that they will do sparring.
Hmm.
Unlike now, unlike this today, they already have one place where they do sparring. But during back then, uh, they just during Good Friday they just stroll around the area, and when they see another Roman soldier, that's the time that they will do pamamaltasiya before they engage with each other. So that
Ah,
is what I understand during back then.
okay. So how much preparation do the people who participate in this event prepare before prior to Good Friday? So like for example yourself, when you started like participating, did you have to like um, rehearse something, practice something, or it's just part of the Paete Arnis that you bring in?
Uh, just like the same any other sparring, you have to be prepared to fight, because the one that you saw on the video is a like sparring. They only showing that they can reach each other or not based on the sparring. But during some of the players, they play hard because they usually make contact on the stick and also on the mask.
Okay.
So sometimes the mask is getting hit by the rattan. So it depends upon how you play. If you play top, they will play top.
All right. Okay.
So it's a reactive match.
Okay.
So they know what is your intention when you do sparring.
Okay.
So expect, if you play top, expect that they will fight back. So
Okay.
that's what I understand, because when I do sparring before during that event, uh, I, I I also get it by them.
Okay. All right. Before I get into Morgan's comment and question, um, participating in this event was something that you really wanted to do as well. And
Yeah,
yeah, how did
because
it, how was it when you were doing it? What were basically like your memorable experience?
my mem usually when I do sparring during that Good Friday, uh, all my relatives is also watching on on the
So you like
and also
celebrity then?
my grandfather, yeah. So, also my grandfather is also watching. So he making a sign. When let's say, for example, I was facing to my in the audience, right? And there is my grandfather. He make a sign that it's okay to hit now.
Oh, I
So then I
see.
will hit. So it's like a coach.
Okay.
Okay, and when I got beaten, I just remove to the sparring, go home, and then I go home, and then my grandfather will follow, and then he will teach me a little bit, and then I go back
Okay.
again.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So basically, that Good Friday is usually you are waiting because there is a one referee that will ask you, uh, do you want to play? You will play with this one. So that's the time. It's okay. So anybody you can play with, as long as the referee, let's say the one who is in the middle, the referee, will approach each contender.
Okay. All
So
right.
if you can do the sparring.
Okay. So how long during the day, how long does this sparring goes on? 2 hours,
Uh,
3 hours?
around 3 hours. 3 hours.
3 hours. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna read back first what Julius said. To me, them Comedia plays was a way to spread and influence Christianity even more. It was as much for entertainment purposes. Yep. Besides just Christian expansion. Yeah, that's true. And yeah, I mean during those days, you don't have TV. Yeah, I mean if you do get if you have like television at home, you're gonna end up like watching what Moses, Spartacus, the Ten Commandments, almost every Lenten season. Okay, so now this is an interesting comment from Morgan. Aside from the clothing and religious connotations, there is no not actual Roman fighting style that influences this art of paete. It's just something that has been added into something that already existed. Or had it always been an integral part of this specific style of Arnis?
Uh,
So I think the first there's no actual Roman combative way when you do this, right? So it's
correct.
basically the skills that you show is all paete Arnis.
So it is. I really don't know how the system or how the Paete Arnis uh, got influence.
Okay.
But basically, there might be some influence, just an assumption on the since we are remember we Filipino being conquered by the Spaniards, right? And and during that days, we used to play Moro Moro, and that Moro Moro, they play Batalya, the one that is sequence event of fighting.
Okay.
And actually, there's no influence of Roman knowledge on fighting. It's mostly on eskrima. There's no word Arnis during the I really don't know, but the mostly word that's being used is eskrima
Okay.
in
Yeah.
our hometown.
All right. Okay. Uh, all right. Now more. Yeah. Follow up question and comment from Morgan. I saw an interview with someone from the GM from GAT, and he was speaking to a visual code that was given upon entering the fight. A salutation between the players that describe zones to be attacked and the level of force to be used between players. Is this specific to GAT or does this run throughout the Paete style?
It all throughout the fighter style. It's not only on that. uh, uh, during back then is there are a lot of maestro that being practicing Arnis, not only the gut is a specific style on the plan of that puno, of our that puno abon. So it's a specific system, plan, and the collective knowledge of Arnis. Now, in Paete Arnis, as I said during the pre-interview, there's really no system name that being called upon. They will just know that this primador is to have knowledge to play or know this system, know this no Arnis. So Arnis only, Arnis. So there's no really because let me iterate. There are also, if we will look at, there are lots of last name that I believe that practice Arnis. Uh, Baet, what other name? Valdemor, Palatino, Pagalanan, uh, Tadang. So, uh, actually, that is one of the project of Katuno to list down all the maestro in Paite. And actually, there are lots. There are lots that is not well known. But there are lots of maestro in Paite that within only in our hometown. So aside from Paite, there's also other town that is well-known maestro on their town. Let's say in Lumban, they know Ladiana, Maestro Ladiana. So Acuesa. So that are the last name that is well known in those towns. So actually, there are lots that being practiced
Okay.
around because Laguna is, let's say, for example, Laguna de Bay, right?
It's a
So
huge
the
place.
huge place, and usually the Arnis tournament is not only held in Paite during back then. There are a lot of fiesta in every hometown that have Arnis tournament like ours. There are Lumban Arnis tournament, Magdalena Arnis tournament. There are some other places, let's say Siniluan Arnis tournament. So during the town fiesta, since it's a monthly, there's a every month, or let's say for example, uh, a gap, let's say 2 months. So when every player, let's say for us, if Paite, all the players gather and then they will go to the another town and they will join to the tournament. So same as them. They go to our hometown. There are a pool of players that go to our hometown and participate in the tournament.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Sorry, Julius. I forgot to ask. Anthony, did you ever dress up as Longinus?
No.
Thinking the man who won't die, wandering to me.
uh, the one who the
So
one
someone
who
that became the real life Highlander for Christian myth.
actually you will see in the mass. There's one. I think I saw Grand Maestro Owing Alberto made a mass that one eye is being blind. So that's the
Ah, okay.
so they just go join on the parade of the
Hmm.
security.
But you haven't played that part yet,
No, no.
Longinus.
I'm just one of the soldiers who kicked the who kicked the what do you call that, the Barabas, the one who played I think
Okay.
so, but we're the one who catch the bad guys.
Okay. All right. There's a question from Hubert here. Um, do they practice charging agimats during the Semana Santa in Paete?
Not only
Talisman.
fighted. There are lots of still practicing ahimat or anting-anting, and the let's say Holy Friday is
Mm.
as we mentioned, right? that's the time that they tested the antigen thing. So even
Yeah.
in other provinces in the Philippines, also do that practice. So
Yeah,
long as
I've seen that in Quezon. I was a few times I was in Banahaw during Holy Good Friday. So watching like those people who recharge their talismans. Yeah. Okay. So you started. We're actually weaving in and out now of Paete and your journey, but it's that's okay. So basically, um, you started getting onto like um, the centurions as well, and your grandfather started like training you. So um, how long before I go into the part wherein who are your teachers? How long did it take you before you were granted um, not really a title or a rank, but to be called a maestro?
no. Actually, in our hometown, actually, when you say maestro, it's already a privilege to us.
Okay.
Seriously, but it, for us, it's like a joke. Let's say, for example, oh, maestro ka na pala. You already a maestro. You teach them. So you, but the thing is, maestro is a name that should be well taken seriously. I believe. Yeah.
Mm,
So as long as you teach, they will call you maestro.
yeah.
Regardless, as long as you teach. But there's no let's say on the other art, first dan, second dan, third dan. No. In our hometown, as long as you teach, they will call you maestro.
Okay. So you didn't
And
have to go through like a guru. Actually, I mean, guru and maestro is the same.
yeah, that's
Same
correct.
same word to indicate you're teaching or you're a teacher. Actually, I think it's only at some point it became like an identification of a rank. But technically, it both actually uh, means teacher. Okay. Hubert, do you have to be handsome before before they allow you to learn Screama?
No, you have to be in good moral character. Handsome within. Nice. So, it doesn't have to be like that.
So okay. Well, actually, since we have already touched on that area, and this was also something that Elric asked yesterday. Um, um, the masters, especially in Paete or even in other parts of the Philippines, has a way of vetting students that basically they accept under their tutelage, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, and what they really look for is a good good moral character or basically good attitude, good behavior from their students. Why so?
Uh, because it, actually, when they teach, there is a responsibility on the teacher because let's say you always get to a brawl and they know that you know that knowledge. So it's a bad feedback to the maestro that if you get into a fight. So they usually uh, be- because as I said yesterday again, our hometown is a small one and mostly all the people are close relatives.
Yeah, and they know each other pretty well.
They know each other and they know your character. So even if you ask permission to teach you, uh, they will still have a background check.
Mm.
Let's say, and
Yeah,
how this child are
yeah,
they of age?
they talk amongst themselves.
And that's the and also all the maestro know each other
Mm.
and sometimes they don't want to teach
Yeah,
because they will, I think, as a respect to the one that you are currently being have currently being teach. You're the one. Let's say, for example, I go to this maestro, and sometimes you will go to the other maestro. They will ask first. They will talk to each other if they can take this one as
Yeah,
your student as well. So that's my understanding.
yeah. And I mean, it's their name, not just a brand, but it's their name, it's the family name that is at stake. So they have to have that kind of betting system before they accept anybody. Um, I Morgan said, "I may be ugly, but my soul is handsome." I agree with that, bro. I mean that your soul is handsome. Okay. Uh, some follow-up question from Julius. Why isn't the DOT, the Philippine Department of Tourism, promoting the uh, Good Friday and the other fiestas in Paete and Laguna, like Italy does to Calcio Historico? Have some people gotten seriously hurt during the tournaments?
What tournament on the fiesta?
Yeah. I
Now,
think one of Jules' question is why isn't like the Department of Tourism really aggressive in promoting it?
uh, I don't know on that part, but locally, the local government support support the event.
Mm,
And because before you can have a tournament, you have to have a permission first to the local government that you will
okay.
set up this kind of event.
Yeah.
So and sometimes the local mayor will have a opening speech or a inspirational speech on that particular Arnis event, encouraging the youth or the communities to join and to learn Arnis. So
Okay.
that's how the local mayor support us in
All right.
tournament.
So at least like local government is
Yes,
aggressive in supporting you and in promoting um, the events of Paete Arnis.
yes, yes.
That's good. Okay. Right. From Hubert, isn't it that there are still no name styles and unknown practitioners in Paete and Laguna?
Yes, there's still no names. Uh, you can visit other maestro in Kalayaan, Lumban, and ask who teach Arnis. Uh, and then when you're able to reach the maestro and ask them what type of method or Arnis name do they practice, I think they will not be able to answer it. So that's my understanding. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. There's a comment here from Morgan. Honestly, I think places like that have grown weary of religious tourism. Is your culture on display like a walk through Disneyland? Um, what do you think?
That's religious
Well,
tourism.
um, I think yes, Morgan. Especially when you go to like the Philippines, when you attend most of any festivities there, it's actually the culture that is on display. Yes, it's granted that of course it's gonna be somehow tied up with the Christian events, but it's still pretty more on um, cultural aspect.
Uh, mostly the tournament in our hometown, they are related to the patron saints. So let's say for example, town fiesta. So it is a San Antonio Abad. San Antonio. Sorry. San Santiago Apostol. That is the town fiesta event. And then the San Antonio Abad is where the we celebrated or we practice Arnis Bench tournament. And then the Lenten season, especially, it's not only Cenaculo that is being what do you call that celebrated. It's not only Cenaculo. there also a procession wherein there are multiple saints that being parade. There's procession, and it's around a life-size wood carving, and it's being parade around the town, and it's around I think 40 plus patron saints that being during that procession. It's being held Thursday night and Friday night. So the Lenten season in Paete are well celebrated aside from the Cenaculo and Good Friday that relates to the to FMA, the Good Friday. So it's not only Good Friday. There are lots of activities done during Lenten season in our hometown. Also, there are also some times that our local, because there is a near the mountain, and there's a three crosses, tatlong cross, that what we call, and all the local or tourists go up in that mountain to pray. So, so that's one of the those things that being done.
Okay. Right. Question from Hubert. What is the okay? Well, okay. Well, we can do this one now. What is the difference in training method of Paete Arnis vis-a-vis other styles that you see?
Uh, we, we practice Paetean is mostly concentrated in measurement and distance. So we seldom do, or we don't usually do blocking on the stick, because as a mentality, uh, just like others, it's a blade, right? So the mentality is that uh, through measurement, you will be able to already make yourself safe, because you are avoiding the attack. Because let's say, for example, why we don't do blocking? Because let's say, for example, we do blocking, right, like this, and the one who is stronger have a higher percentage of attack, because let's say, for example, there are two blades. Sometimes the blade get uh, broken, right? So because of the impact. So that's the one that we practice is through measure, because uh, we are avoiding that attack, the blade. As,
Okay.
as a, but that's what we think.
All right. Anthony, in relation to your response to Hubert, shall we show this video of you training with one of your master?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
please.
because that basically shows like what you're saying about measurement and all those things. Okay. Again, I'm gonna lower myself down and feel free to like explain. Okay.
Maestro, pakikita sa inyo kung paano.
So, Kuya Tom, on the left side, that is Maestro of Paete, ang yellow that we call Dubai. So, it's only an exhibition on that plate. And I am the one in the red. So, we just showing the sparring that we did. So, if you will notice, we have different kind of position that we are doing. So we don't usually block, and once the weapon pass by, that it's a time for the counter. But it depends. You can strike first, or you let them strike first before you hit them.
Sandali ko lang, iniandar ko yung ating bansan. Wala po tayong minanakita kung magkatapat ay
So
isang
we
bababa
usually
at isang
practice it
mataas. Yan
slow
po
because
ang final round
it's only a practice
ng elimination.
and
Natira po
it's
dyan
not
ay
really
dalawang pare.
we don't want to hit each other. We are just showing the knowledge that we have
Yan po, nakikita mo
and
kung
just
paano tinatamaan
displaying
ang armador.
the art at
Depensa po. Depensa po.
Yeah, it's it's actually nice to see that because you can see how you're measuring each other. It's almost like you're saying that, okay, now I'm gonna give you this angle. No, 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 you can't because I've already touched you. Right before that angle comes, right before your blade lands to me, you're already hit. Yeah, look under, look under. Yeah, so that is really nice, and it's all controlled.
it's all control.
And yeah, and the way you basically like the way you position yourself, you're trying to like breach that gap, and your instructor is already like, okay, I already know what he's gonna do. So you can see already in his face. So right before you launch your attack, it's like, I'm already here. Sorry, I beat you.
It's like a chess game, right?
Exactly. Okay, so there's a comment here from Morgan. Footwork and angulation seem to be the primary technique and strategies of defense and counter offense in Paete, much like what I see in KI. Not a lot of edge-to-edge contact or weapon contact. I see a lot of matches like this one on YouTube. This appears to be a gentleman's game that
Correct.
expresses the art of light contact, no armor, and definitive strikes. Yeah, that's very true, Morgan. Yeah.
So,
Okay. Right. So, um, while you were like uh, in your journey with Paete Arnis, besides learning from your grandfather, um, how many maestros did you learn from as well?
I think around 7. I think
7?
7.
Okay, I've got the pictures of your maestros. Basically,
Yeah.
we show it to them. You can you can you can you can give a little description of who is who, what you learn from who, and maybe any differences the way they teach or something like that. Uh, okay, but before I do that, Hubert says I have seen it in action in real time against other stylists. Unless you see it in action, you will think that it is not usable. Then, inevitably, the surprise arises in full speed sparring. Yeah, because Hubert and Henry actually interviewed you, isn't it? They
Yeah.
went to Paete. Yeah, I love that episode of Karating Garahe.
Yeah. Actually, Hubert and I went to the event of Elric, the Laban La Rotary, and it's really a great experience because you have to play to different systems.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great experience. It's a learning experience and a camaraderie between all the FMAers.
Yeah.
So I really like to encourage everyone that to train to this or to attend to this kind of event because it's opening it opens your perception about art.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, let's show the first set of pictures of your teacher, shall we?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna lower myself down again. Okay. Feel free to talk about them.
Okay. So let me first. My grandfather is the one is Primo Pagalanan, the one in the jeans, the blue jeans. So that's my grandfather, the member of the ancestor club. And then the other one, the other old maestro is Maestro Indo Aponggol. That is where I learned close range Arnis. Let's say the court of because you usually play Largo, right? But when I see Maestro Indo, he's very fast and he usually like to do pandong or payong, and then and he's very fast to counter. So and also he's the one who teach me double stick, the redonda and Miguel Sinawale and the double stick, and then the other one is Grand Maestro Ohing Alberto. During the time that I was a member of the Centurion, we always practice Piton Taga, and when we to all the members of the Centurion. And then the other one is Maestro Nemi Baldemor. I used to go to his house when I was in high school, and that is where I learned. He he practiced anting-anting, by the way. He practiced anting-anting, and he, he usually a type of a healer in our hometown. He usually uh, heal anyone who invited him. So he practiced anting-anting, but he also know Arnis, and also his father, Maestro Nini. Uh, Also, his father is also a well-known maestro. And you can, yeah, we are top. So that's the first four maestro that I was able to meet and experience. And they have different kind of teaching, different kind of method, and different kind of personality. And I fully credit them and respect them. And next, yeah, Tom. Yeah. So the other one is Maestro Carpo Machenso. He is one of the maestro in Lumban, and also the maestro of Maestro Doy, uh, teacher of the teacher. So Maestro Carpo is one of the uh, let's say the drunken master. So you usually go to their place, and then before they will teach, you have to make him drunk so that his knowledge will come out. And Maestro Carpo is a joyful maestro and well strict maestro. And then obviously that Puno Abon Paete, one of the primary promoter of Paete Arnis. And lot of maestro are looking forward to him when he usually go back to the Philippines. All the maestro will gather and meet with Gatpuno, and then they will do practice the paiternis and Tagat. And my long time maestro, Grand Maestro Reynaldo Doy Valdemor, when my grandfather passed by, I already been a protege of Grand Maestro de Valdemar. So until now, he is my maestro, and every time I go visit in Paete, uh, I always make sure that I have an appointment to refresh my knowledge. So even if the 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 material we usually practice the material, the pitong taga, and we mostly practice fundamentals, and there are things that are being shown to me that what do you call that? Well, treasured the knowledge that he shared to me. That's it, Kuya Tom.
Okay. I mean, it's actually nice to know. I mean, for me as also personally, that you're actually trained from under different maestros, and that each maestro basically brought brought their style, brought their flavor, brought their game, brought their basically their expertise to basically develop you as well to become who you are now. I mean, I know there's some like learning from different instructors or learning from only one instructor is a personal journey. Okay, so but it's sometimes it's actually also like nice to learn from others. I mean, like what I do now, I also learn from other instructors, and even with my previous arts, I always learn from different instructors. Um, Basic comment from Morgan here. My last comment were not to disparage or make it seem I feel like it's unusable. Forgive me if I gave that impression. No, actually, no, Morgan. Your as Hubert said, your observation is spot on. Your comment was spot on. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you, Morgan, for participating on this
yeah, yeah.
conversation.
I mean, yeah. Okay, um, so we basically managed to go through like your journey. Okay, weaving in and out together with Paete, with Paete Arnis, which is actually kind of good. Okay, so before we go to like some of the sparring formats that you do, so Paete Arnis, okay, in comparison, okay, with other FMA systems, do you have ranking? Do you have belt systems? Or how do you get from like a student to a maestro? So just quickly.
Uh, First of all, the Paete Arnis doesn't have ranking. So it's a what they call it's a referral system. Let's say, for example, they want to you want to learn from this maestro, and you have known a guy that being taught by this maestro, and usually what we do is, can you please inform him that I want to learn as well. And so that's the time that the other one will tell the maestro, and and, and when they say they okay, and then you will still go approach the maestro and then ask permission to teach you. So basically it's more on a mutual respect or mutual conversation wherein you always ask permission because during those days uh, you don't usually pay
Mm.
to be able to teach you,
Yeah, it's
right?
not it's not a
So
good or a service that you commodity.
it's
Yeah,
more in a what they call that a respectful uh,
relationship.
permission or
Yeah.
relationship that you will be under his wing to teach you. So basically me as a student before, I don't really care or how much that he teach me. It depends on how he would like to share. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just patiently waiting what knowledge that I will gain, and I'm not more on the they call that memorization of all
Yeah,
those
yeah, yeah,
things.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I just what is given to me, I take it, and then when I go home, I practice it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I ask the other escrimador, so can we play? Can
Mm-hmm.
can can we can we try this method? So that is how we learn.
All
So
right.
let's say, and then that's the time that the two of us and two other maestro will know that these two guys inspire each other. So that's how we usually do. Right? Like you any. and it's a, let's say for example, uh, there's another guy. He wants to spar with you, and then you will go to that place, and then you will fight. You will play each other. But
Mm.
there's no maestro around. So that's how you play.
All
But
right.
there's a different gathering wherein the maestro, all the maestro are gathering in our, because there is a place what we call a desi building, and there's an event. Then that is where all the maestro are showcasing their talents and their knowledge, and we as a student are all watching, and then we are just listening, and then we just keep quiet and observing, and then we don't speak too much, and then afterwards, after they show their knowledge, they demonstrated, and then we go home. So that's basically the during the time that I learned Arnis.
Okay.
So
So, is it also during this gathering of the maestros that you kind of being observed of your progression? Is that also
mm,
how it works? Or do they like interact with you guys as students, and basically try to see, oh yeah, how far you have gone in
uh,
practicing?
uh, actually, during that practice, all the maestro will just show their skills, and then you as a student, uh, you just wait for your turn to be called out
Ah, okay.
by the maestro. So you come here, you spar, and then you play here. So you go to the center, and then you do the sparring. But
It's like in the video that we just saw. So you get like being watched by different maestros while you play with one maestro.
yeah. So but the all the maestro that practice in Paete, they don't usually hit each other.
Yeah, yeah,
Depends upon the rule of engagement by the elders.
yeah. Mm.
Because there's sometimes there's an accident that
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
get hit. Before they fight, they have some rules of engagement. If they are allowed to hit to the head, or only on the body, or only on the arms and feet or below. So just to showcase the Haitians. So, but usually the student, when they go back round, they go back round, they spar because they always want to teach, because this is what I learned. I want to test it. So this
Yeah.
is the usual.
Mm.
Because of youthfulness, the
Yeah.
mentality of being youth.
Yeah.
So
But I mean,
you
I guess if you're basically invited by any of the maestros to play in the middle, that's almost like doing an examination. You're being assessed, isn't it?
and then yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct. Because you go to the center, you play, and then after that gathering, and you go home, and when you, let's say for example, on the other day, yeah, the next day,
Yeah.
and while you are walking, and then you pass by with one maestro, and you come here, go to my house, I will teach you. This is how they did to you. You must do this. If there's time that they do this to you, this should be your position. Yeah. So
Fair.
that's the
It's
typical
good.
thing.
It's a good feedback. Okay. All right. There are a few more comments coming in, but okay. I actually missed this one. I'm sorry, Julius. I need to go back to this one. Sorry. The masks, are they passed down from generation to generation like an heirloom, or are they made every year? Straight custom. The
Uh,
ones that they use for the cenaculo.
yeah, mostly the members of the centurion pass it down to their kinship, or to their relatives. They usually pass it down, and sometimes when they get bored on their mask, since there are lots of wood carvers, there are different kind of expression that being made.
Oh,
Usually you see the mask, right? There's a bigote, or and there's also a mask that there's no bigote, there's no mustache, right? So it's very fascinating to see all the kind of expression on the mask.
it's like an emoji.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's actually nice to know. Have you received a mask that was passed on to you? That's my question.
no,
No, not yet. Okay.
that's my personal. During
Ah,
my during my first day, I don't have that kind of mask. Usually, if you see the first picture that I what there's a paper mache,
hmm,
that kind of mask.
yeah.
That is the one I use because the other masks are made of wood.
Oh, I
And
see.
since
Okay.
I'm eager to join
Yeah.
and I have to cover my face, there's a usually on the Lenten season there's a mascara
Mm.
that is made of paper because aside from wood carving,
Yeah.
Paete is also known for paper mache.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So they made the mask. So that's the one I use just to cover my face so that I can spar during
Right.
Good Friday.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. There's comment here from Lawrence Eugenio. Um, based on respect and tradition. So that's basically he was referring to the relationship um, between the maestros and the students in Paete. Okay. Hubert commented, the beautiful thing we saw in Paete is in general the best example of traditional good values retained and practiced by the culture. It goes beyond just effectiveness, which it is, and we have been interviewing different martial artists and styles even outside FMA. In fact, as a Filipino and a Tagalog Rizaleño, it fills us with pride.
Thank you for the compliment, Hubert. Kuya Hubert, thank you for the
Yeah,
compliment.
I mean,
And
it's
hopefully you visit again.
yeah, it really showcases quite a lot of um, what FMA is. It's not just set of skills that you pass down from one teacher to student. It's based on relationship between the student and the teacher, and of course, you have maintaining the culture, the cultural values. Morgan said there seem to be a circuit of festivals that go from community to community, and the players go from festival to festival. How are the winners awarded? Trophies or medals? Does every
Okay.
festival respect the accomplishments from one festival to another?
Okay. Just based on what I experience and also what is being told, uh, during those days, the prize money is 20 pesos, 50 pesos, and the prize is a towel. Just a just a because they just want to fight. But basically, there is a sponsorship, and the Remote International uh, is a well is always supporting the event in Paete, the Paete Arnis tournament, and yeah, so correct. It's hard to. There's also a there's also some trophy, and sometimes it's a SAS saying champion, first, second, third. So there is also some prize money as well.
Okay.
So, so
I guess it
that's
depends on if you manage to get some sponsorship.
correct. So it's always a sponsorship, and what they call that. Before you will be able to have a place or to be a champion or second place or third place, you have to win all the matches. You have to win. You don't. because as long as you lose, you're already eliminated. So let's say,
Okay.
for example, there are 16 players. It goes to 8. It will goes to 4. So it's a match that you have to win in order for you to go on top.
All right.
So
Okay. 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 So, um, in a follow-up question here, does every festival respect the accomplishments from one festival to another?
yeah.
So, is there some like a continuity?
Uh no. It depends. If you always be a champion, yeah. So because there also what they call that. There's also a player. They usually it depends on you on how you play. If you will
Mm-hmm.
always be prepared and be able to practice before the tournament and well prepared, you will be always be a champion or you will have a place on that tournament. So let's say for example, you win. Let's say for example last year or 2 years ago, uh, uh, the MC or the one who organized the event, they will tell, oh, this player is been a champion during that year.
That period,
So
that period, that year.
so
Yeah.
they recognize, they acknowledge you once you get
Okay.
the place.
All right.
So that's how it's being before you fight. So
Okay.
and they already know if you are a veteran or not.
All right. Okay. All right. So, like for example, you've got a you've got your competition in Paete, and then you got one in, is it Lumban, the other town that you mentioned earlier?
Town or
Is,
Magdalena.
is there such a thing as a competition higher, like higher than this? So, for example, the champion of Paete, the champion of Lumban, the champion of the next town getting together. There's nothing like that.
There's nothing like that. You have to
All right.
always
Okay.
start at the bottom. You always start at the bottom.
All right. Okay.
So it will just only show who is prepared and who is the one who more skilled, and mostly the one who get who fight are also the one who are being champion before.
All right.
So,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
you, because sometimes champion get loose. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
no shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's actually nice that you've got this kind of platforms in for sparring in Paete. Okay. So um, Paete is known for the bench sparring, right? We're gonna show that later on. I think you have already answered this yesterday. It's not only unique to Paete, but at least let's say this is one thing that is a lot of people would I would say connect it to Paete because there are a lot of YouTube videos about that
Yeah.
bench. But okay, before we do that, okay, yes, Morgan benches. Julius, so when you was growing up, when you first wow, I saw Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, was you like, wow, our tournament format is like Tenaichi Budokai must have been familiar to you. You must have been growing up thinking you were Goku.
Yeah.
Yes, Goku?
No Goku.
Goku.
No Goku, no Goku.
Okay. Okay, so before we get into the bench sparring, um, how much in your practice or in your training do you prepare for sparring? Have you got a different training format for that? In relation or as compared to like forms or drills? How do you prepare for sparring in Paete Arnis?
uh, i- i- sparring in Paete is usually really not what they call that. It's upon invitation. So let's say they will tell you we had practice on that place.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go? You want to go? So being me as myself, because I love the art, I always go and then practice. Let's say, for example, during those days, I usually go to Paite Elementary School, and we usually practice every week. But it's not, sometimes, sparring is, let's say, for example, is not a usual, let's say, always engage in sparring. We firstly do training before sparring. So and sometimes during that particular day, we only just do training. We don't always do sparring because you have to have the strong fundamentals first.
Yeah.
So it's not always like that. It's easy to spar, basically. You have you just have to have a gut to fight. Okay? Gut willing to fight the sparring. But the thing is, uh, uh, let's say for example, us, right? Being hit is like a demerit to us. It's not a thing that we are what do you call that? What do you call that? Being uh, what do you call that? Flaunting. That have this. I have this.
Flaunting. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. You flaunt it, yeah.
Flaunt it. No, no. It's like a demerit to us, and then, like
Okay. All right. Okay.
so we that's how we treat it treat it in our because
Okay.
we don't usually we the first thing that we usually avoid is getting hit in the head.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So it's a no to us
Hmm.
basically. And obviously, so we play largo. So you have to be clean or not. You have to be safe. So there's no point for being showing scars on.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
That's our mentality.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
No,
have
no, no.
to
It's
if
fair.
the
It's fair.
other if other
It's
have
fair.
uh, I totally respect that because they endure the pain. So I totally respect.
No, no, no. It's fair. It's fair. It's fair. Actually, it's sometimes good because it actually puts you into a mindset of making sure that you don't get hit. So, okay, from Julius. Hey, 82 though. The single loss and then you are eliminated format is like uh, Tenkaichi Budokai. Yeah, that's true. It's actually true, Julius. But what Anthony is saying, he's no Goku. He doesn't go hamikami. Exactly. After, yeah, Morgan. So in Paete, if you get touched in the head, then it's minus 50 points to Gryffindor. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so let's show them now the video of the bench sparring, shall we? So
Yeah.
again, I'm gonna lower myself down, show it. Just basically something to describe whatever they're seeing in the video.
Abang July, Karaymot, siya po ang nag-sponsor ng palarong ito. Alay po sa ating kapistahan San Antonio. Yan, biro-biro ito, hoy. Para sa mga mata, mga tagahatol, ha?
So basically, Kuya Tom, just to describe here, uh, when you get dropped on that bench, automatically you are loose. Regardless if you have many points to your opponent, as long as you fell in that bench, you automatically lose. So you have to maintain your standing position and fight as long as you can. And wait for the referee to come. So basically that's how it goes. And during that event, there are 3 judges that carefully watching each of these practitioners. They're making points.
Nasa barangay sa Isiaga, mga Texas.
Hopefully, the FMA community will enjoy this game right now. And thank you for watching. And hopefully, other FMA can also practice this. It's a good practice that practice on your things.
Okay. So, can you briefly describe like the mechanics of it? Do you have to fight like for about 3 minutes?
Correct. Yeah.
How many rounds?
Actually, it's only composed of 3 rounds and 3 minutes. And sometimes because it is a barangay event, and then after that event there is a singing contest. Sometimes at the later part of that event, we will just lessen it to 2 minutes each of the round. So basically, that's how it plays. And you must avoid falling down. And also, let's say for example, you have the weapon, right? And then it goes out in your hand. Because basically, when you do fighting, you can also strike the weapon of your opponent, and it loses. So once the opponent loses his weapon hand, or the weapon, it's automatically lose because that's the rule of the game in our Arnis tournament.
Okay.
So there's no chance of coming back.
All right. Is there like a kind of like difference when students spar on the bench and when you see like teachers spar on the bench with regards to the rules concerned?
No,
Or the same?
When the maestro go to the bench, it's only a exhibition. It's only just a bench.
I see. Okay. All right. Okay.
So usually, mostly competitors are the one who fights.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So in your opinion, in your basically or observation in your journey, what are the things that you develop by sparring on the bench, like attributes, mindset, skill sets?
Yeah, fighting in the fighting in the bench is also another challenge because you have a limited space
Mm-hmm.
and you have to be adapted, or let's say be, beware of your surroundings because
Mm-hmm.
you have to be mindful on what
Mm-hmm.
you're stepping,
Yeah.
on your step and your movement because you only have this limited space where you can move on, and be mindful not also to get hit and still do the fight, unlike the the other tournament in our hometown that there's wide area, right? So it's a different challenge as well. It's a good practice to develop your skills. So because there are also some other formats that you can do. It depends on your imagination how you will develop this.
Yeah. Okay. For Morgan, I have a lot of questions about this because I plan on creating an event that accurately represents this art tournament type of play. SGK Kali is doing it in Florida, and I want to bring it out west here in USA. So many of my questions are selfish natures, so I do not want to make a fool of myself trying to emulate what you find people do. Yeah, I will hold my question for private chat. So yeah, I think Morgan, it's gonna be great to just have a chat with Anthony about this. So at least he'll be able to he'll be able to address more of your questions and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, it's a good thing that we inspire other FMA systems to practice this kind of bench tournament, and it's a good thing that they appreciate this kind of method of sparring. So we thankfully, if you will do it as well on your country, on your system, it's no problem to us.
yeah,
It's a real privilege to us that you take consideration of this
yeah,
kind of exercise.
yeah. I mean, I do agree.
Good luck, more power, Mr. Morgan.
Nice one. Oh, Guru Gagi is here. Okay, there's one more video of a sparring on a stage that you sent me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just play it. You explain everything. We talk about it after. All right? Okay, I'm gonna hide again.
Diego, mo, ayusin sintas mo. Ayan, Naman po yan, at saka akin, magulo. Ayan na po,
So if you will notice, the one in Santo or in blue, so it's the Lumban Trimador. It's not from Paete, and the other one is from Paete. That's the good thing, that it's a town event. So that's the main event in our hometown, practicing Arnis. So Paete town fiesta. That kind of tournament. So it's really enjoyable to watch this.
Harapan ko to.
So if you will notice that there's a signature move being played here. So it's not only just for display. They have a purpose. That's why they position like that. So if you will just try to get engaged, just be prepared to get hit. Because they're not doing it just for display. It takes a lot of courage to fight on this kind of tournament because there's no armor. And the stick that being used is likely a padded stick. It's mostly a katan that they are calculating with each other. They're just doing. It depends. You can strike first or you let him strike. So it's a tournament within single round in 3 minutes. I think it's okay. We're talking.
Yeah, so interesting. You can see Ganyos happening. You can see measuring happening. You can see counters and uh, what's this? Counters and strikes happening. Opening strikes happening. Oh, Dean is here. Hi,
I
Dean.
did.
Yeah, Morgan announced you, man. Sorry. Alvin as well. Okay. Morgan made the comment. I see some matches that express a lot of gentleman rules and demeanor during the fight. In the last video, it seems a little more aggressive. Is this because money prices are on the line and the men get a little bit more competitive?
Uh, I don't know what they think, but maybe because there's a prize money. There's a
Uh,
prize money, and also there's a what do you call that a title that needs to be won. Because if you will notice, the other guy is a long time champion. He's a long time veteran.
oh, which one? The one in blue?
Uh,
The one in blue or the one in white shirt?
the one in blue. He's
Ah,
long time champion. His name is Allen Acuesa, and I was able to fight him once, but I lose.
very good.
I lose. I accept. I lose. Yeah. So it's okay. It's really part of the game. So
Okay. So
I
you
totally
said
respect.
this is 1 3 minute, 1 round.
Yeah. It's composed of 9 minutes. 9 minutes. 3 rounds. Uh,
Okay.
3 minutes every each. And
Okay.
that is only a first elimination.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Uh, Dragon made a comment here. You don't see much blocking, parrying happening though. Uh, I'll let you answer that.
Yeah. Uh, Correct. Because there are some competitors who do blocking. It's allowed. It's allowed. But the mentality mostly of the player is to get even. So they want a faster because you will notice, let's say, for example, let's say you do a block, right? It's already 1 second because you do the blocking, right? Because when you made an attack and you just when you are in correct measure and you will be able to pass by, you can already make it do the same attack wherein they will get hit and you will not get hit. That's the main principle. And usually that's the main principle as well in mostly of the Largo system. But on that tournament, if you want to block, to parry, it's okay as long as you can handle it.
Mm.
So it depends.
Okay.
It depends on
Yeah,
each
I
player.
think it's more of like a strategy on your part, or if you're gonna block or
Yeah,
parry or just counter, immediately counter.
yeah,
So it's up to
correct.
you. Yeah.
There's no on that tournament. There's no really rule wherein you are not allowed to what do you call that?
To block
You're
or
not
parry.
allowed to do blocking. It, you can do that. And the only rule that not being done is to lose the weapon. Same thing, like in
Mm-hmm.
our Bensan tournament. If you lose the weapon, sometimes if we do it, you lose the weapon twice. Automatically you're already lose. And sometimes, let's say for example, you are a heavy hitter. You only want to hurt the other guy. The referee will disqualify you because you don't show any art, you don't show any good because your intention is only just to hurt and because
Okay.
you hit too much or you just to injure the opponent. There are sometimes that the referee will just do a warning, and then when you do it again,
Oh.
he will disqualify.
Ah, okay.
It really depends on it. It really depends.
So it's really important that you focus on your game, on your play,
Yeah.
and also
Main
be able to like
focus.
bring the
Focus your game.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. So you can just basically like run your run your opponent down or mow him down to the ground. So okay,
The
it's
thing,
nice. It's
the thing
nice.
is the thing is sometimes, say for example, during those days, right, the MC will say, the- before you join as well, there's also a waiver. It's common. Before you join to that tournament, you sign a waiver. Any injury, it's your
Mm-hmm.
responsibility. And sometimes they will not allow you to join on that tournament when you are drunk
Ah, okay.
because it's a fiesta event, and usually in fiesta there are lots of drinking,
Oh
right?
yeah, of course, of course, of course, of course.
And that drinking, the mostly all the players, they are not drunk. They're not drunk. So they will do the drinking after the tournament. So it's really, and also on the way they will say that you are in in good
Of course.
health conditions, of
Yeah,
course, right? So
yeah. It's like saying
that's
don't
the thing.
drink and
That's
drive.
the thing.
Okay, so we still have like it's been really nice with this interview with you, especially showcasing what Paete Arnis is all about. Okay, and how you basically got your journey, how you started, and how you got to where you are now. So okay, all right. Blocking and parrying seem like a crude form of defense in such a graceful art of angulation and footwork. A true master knows where he exists in space and time, as well as where this opponent is in relation to their weapon. Players of Paete and KR seem to be masters of time and space when in the game of blades you play within milliseconds and millimeters. Some of my favorite Chinese styles outside PTK for me. I've learned so much today. Thank you very much, Morgan. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can say that we reserve blocking and parrying from with those oh shit moments.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Because even in tournament, right? You will see on the tournament they usually engage, right?
Yeah,
And then the referee will automatically come in when the both are really close each other, and then even the referee will do this just to separate the two players. So it's really I also respect I truly respect the referee,
of course.
especially Grand Maestro Uwing. He
Yeah,
being a long time referee on that tournament,
yeah.
and
They
handling
have
that
the
kind of
hardest job.
festivity, hardest job, yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to separate two players when they play the game. And one thing as well, uh, sometimes the one that you play around is the brother of the next opponent that you will get engaged.
Okay.
So be prepared. If you lose that, you lose his brother. Prepare for his kuya to take revenge.
Shit.
So,
It's Cobra Kai all along.
so sometimes
Number
the
three.
tournament, tournament, the one who joined is father and son.
Okay.
So very good.
All right.
So
Okay.
it's a happy event.
Okay. All right. So, um, you- I still have some pictures here that you want me to show in relation to the Paete Arnis to give also like acknowledgement to all the groups in Paete. So shall we do it now?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna hide.
Actually, this kind of picture are all the previous event. So if you will notice, black and white, the Centurion. So it's been a long tradition that being held. And on the bottom, the middle part, is the stage play or the play wherein they do the Passion of the Christ, the Cenaculo. And then on the other one, the old tournament, the one that you there's already been uploaded in YouTube. You will see that uh, it's a hardcore sparring as well. So that's a Town Fiesta Arnis tournament. And then these are the Paete Arnis Federation, the one who organized the all. Previously, Paete Arnis Federation is the one who organized the Arnis tournament, but now it's being handled by the Centurion Club. So, and then the upper right is the Arnis Bench tournament. Is the one is Maestro Goyo Baet, the uncle of Gatapumyo, and he's a joyful person, and he's the one who played Barabas during the Senacolo days. So I totally admire Maestro Goyo Baet. He's a good person, and that's it. Beto. And then these are the current groups that in Laguna, in Paite. The upper one is the GAT International, who made the tradition in Paite. They always support the Paite Arnis tournament during Town Fiesta, the Arnis Benz tournament, and then on the lower left are the Centurion Club. So they're the one who plays in Aculo, and this is where I was a member. On the lower right is the uh, we call ourselves our Paite Arnis group, and we also represent the Philippines. So when we we do the Arnis Bench tournament, uh, we represent the Philippines because he is being sponsored by the GAT International. So we truly thankful to the GAT International members, my fellow GAT brothers and sisters. Thank you for always supporting the tradition in Paite. And all the Centurion Club who organized the traditional Good Friday sparring and Paite Town Fiesta tournament. And especially our group, we do the Arnis Dance tournament, and the good thing is we support each other. So just to make the tradition alive in our hometown. So that's it, Kuya Tom.
Okay. So, um, what is in what is in line for you in the future?
Line.
Yeah, I mean, what are your plans? I
Ah,
know things are kind of like getting better in the Philippines. Are you going to start running classes? I know you have. I think you have mentioned this yesterday. One-on-one class. So yeah.
yeah. Just like other, if there are people who are interested to to learn our system, and I still prefer, or I still uh, let them to go to the source. Let Maestro Doy, Maestro Ohing, the Puno, Abon Baet, learn from them. So if they want to learn from me, it's okay as well. So, but I truly, as myself, I they call it, it depends. So if much better that you go to the source,
Mm.
just
Yeah,
like others said.
yeah. So
And
if
they
they
want to
want
learn from me.
basically, yeah, if they want to learn from you, or basically to learn from your maestros as well. through basically through your reference, of course. How would they get in touch with you?
So same thing. They just contact me in my uh, Facebook account. Just private message me. And if you want to go to Paete, I'm gladly to assist you. I let the group to let them know that there's some practitioner that will visit in our hometown. Kindly accommodate them and assist them to go to my student. And sometimes some of the practitioner is not be able to go to our provinces. So if they want to learn by the Arnis, they can go to me as well because I represent by the Arnis as well in Manila. I also represent GAT Manila. So I also teach the remote system. So it depends how the who are interested to in to learn from our system. So just reach out to me. So I'm gladly to assist and help.
All right, there you go, folks. Morgan, if you ever decide to travel to the USA, I would personally love to host you and have you present at one of my future events as a head judge, lead director, keynote speaker. There you go, bro. Verbal
Uh,
invitation.
Let me finally live in my work. Uh,
Oh, yeah, you are highly valued by myself. Okay, thank you for
yes,
sharing
thank
this
you.
knowledge with me, friends. Yeah,
Thank you.
best interview I have seen with you, Tom. Thank you for doing this one. I am so grateful. Thank you very much, Morgan. Thank you for the kind words, man. Thank
Thank you
you.
for the kind words.
Yeah,
Okay po, Pugay.
yeah. Okay, so I think we have later Pinoy Goku Anthony.
Julius.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you're gonna be Maestro Goku now. Sabay kamot eh. Na okay. So I think unless basically any of you our dear viewers have any more questions for Anthony, okay? Um, what is we normally throw this, okay, this curveball to all our guests. No, 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 no. What are your words? What are your advice, okay, for the FMA community?
Ah, don't be a bully. Joke. No, no. Basically, we are we know the art. We love the art that is given. We practice it. Uh, when remember that when you teach, when you learn, you have responsibility to be trustworthy, to be respectful to your maestro, to your teacher, and you carry the name of the system. You carry the name of your maestro. So based on how you behave, it will reflect to your maestro. So it's really I today is a holiday, Kuya Tom, araw ng
Mm.
kagitingan, right?
Oh yes,
And yeah,
yes.
so araw ng kagitingan here in the Philippines, National Heroes Day. So remember the attitude of our heroes. They love their country. They love all the things, the good values. It's not all about the fighting. It's not all about how well we are skilled. Remember that the student is looking for let's say for example, a father figure that they look up to learn the value, to learn the skill, and what the good value that you learn from your maestro should also be reflected to you and also pass on to the one who are interested to learn from you. So, yeah, we Filipino, yeah, for example, we are all Filipino, and we truly grateful to other nationality who practice our art. It's really a good feeling that they embrace our art, our martial art, and they also will also practice good manners, the other nation, the other nationality. And you say it's always look at the value. Being a escrimador is not all about skill in fighting. You also have to have a good moral value on how you treat others. That is a true ephemerer or true escrimador. So if we really love the art, love as well the fellow escrimador. So bugay po sa lahat.
Okay. Nice words. Okay. Very, very inspiring. Um, yeah, Morgan said, no, seriously, I've been researching this for 17 months. This was a fantastic to speak with you. There you go, Morgan. Treat for you today, bro. Okay, inuman tayo. So, Master Kuku and Maestro.
Sige,
Yep, yep.
don't forget the smile.
Yeah, Paete is one of the finest representations of the art. You should be very proud. I do agree with you, Morgan. On yeah, yeah, it's one of those FMA styles that really represents what FMA is. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Thank you.
so unless guys, you got any more questions for Anthony, um, um, in behalf of FMA discussion with the admins and mods, and of course with all our viewers, I would like to thank you, Anthony, for coming in as our guest and to be able to share with us what Paete Arnis is. Yeah, and of
Thank you po.
course,
Maraming salamat, kuya.
and the positive side of the Filipino value, Filipino FMA practitioners. Yeah, we really appreciate your time. Yeah.
Thank you po.
Okay. And of course, folks, thank you as well for tuning in for this interview. Those who commented, those who said hi, thank you very much for your time. And if ever that you missed the interview, watch out. It's gonna be in the YouTube FMA discussion YouTube channel um, in a bit. So if you haven't subscribed to it yet, please do. And as Dean said yesterday, this is the first interview that we featured Paete Arnis. And I hope there's going to be more.
Yeah, that's more.
I hope
I will
there's going to
I
be
will convince my maestro to
more.
go here.
Yes, please. Yes,
Hopefully,
please.
hopefully. Because
Please. I
they are
mean,
more authorized to
yes,
explain
please.
all of this.
We would we would be honored to have them as guests.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So subscribe, FMA discussion, good community, and more power.
Yeah.
FMA
Okay.
discussion.
All right. Okay. Pugay kapatid.
Okay po.
Pugay.
Bye.
See you in a bit. Bye-bye. enjoy the rest of your Saturday, man.
Salamat po. Salamat po.
Okay. Okay, so there you go, guys. Paete Arnings with Anthony Pagalanan. So we do hope that you enjoyed this interview as much as I enjoyed interviewing Anthony, sharing Paete Arnings with us. Joyce, what does make you the Pinoy broadcaster? Oh, wait until this goes white, bro. Yeah, then I'll put the shades on. Okay, so again, guys, have a nice weekend and the Philippines, maligayang kagitingan, araw ng kagitingan. Okay. And tonight, there's going to be an interview with Nick for the Cabales. See, so this is part of our double header this weekend. So I'm bringing you the first Paete, Arnis interview, and Dean will be bringing the first Cabales system interview. Right. Have a nice weekend, guys. Signing off.